So that marina is asking you to carry general liability insurance. But is that really the coverage that best protects you while you're doing your work, repairing the boat or adding the accessory or reupholstering or working on those electronics? Let's get into it. Commercial general liability coverage is the coverage that most businesses have to get, but it really isn't the best for boat repair businesses. The best one for boat repair businesses is Marine General Liability Insurance. And I'll explain why. There's two exclusions on a commercial general liability policy that can cause an issue that the Marine General Liability policy generally gives you back. The first one is the watercraft liability. So the commercial general liability policy doesn't provide coverage for driving a boat, for driving a car, for driving anything at all. In fact, if it moves, there's no coverage for it on the general liability policy. But the Marine General Liability coverage generally has some give back for while you're test driving the boat after a repair. So if you're test driving the boat to make sure that everything is working in order and you accidentally crash into another boat, into a dock, cause some kind of damage to something other than the boat, we're talking about bodily injury and property damage to third parties here, the Marine General Liability will usually provide you coverage where it's specifically an absolute exclusion on a regular commercial general liability policy. The second exclusion that's on both the commercial general liability and the Marine General Liability, but the Marine General Liability usually has another add back, is coverage to your work. So insurance policies aren't a warranty. They're a protection against the bodily injury or property damage that's caused by your work. But your actual work isn't covered by the policy. That would be like a warranty. The general liability policy excludes the work that you're actually doing. So for instance, if your job was to clean the boat and you dirtied it further, somehow using a chemical or something of that nature, the policy wouldn't provide coverage for that damage to the boat because your job was to clean it and what you did was make it dirtier. So they're not going to provide that warranty coverage. Now, if while cleaning the boat you damage somebody else's boat because of overspray or something of that nature, your general liability policy may provide the coverage. The Marine General Liability also has the same exclusion, but most Marine General Liability policies have the option to add something called ship repairer's legal liability. So the ship repairer's legal liability is similar to the garage keeper's coverage if you were a auto repair shop, right? Because the policy doesn't provide coverage for the vessel, the vehicle, or the property that you're working with. It only provides the coverage for other things. So this buyback, which is often available along with the Marine General Liability policy, will provide you with some protection if you damage the vehicle itself. So in the same example I gave in a previous question, where you were test driving the vehicle and you crashed it, this would be the coverage that would be providing coverage for the vehicle you were driving. The Marine General Liability offers coverage for the other vehicle. The ship repairer's legal liability would provide coverage for the vehicle you were driving. Now keep in mind that not all insurance is created equal, and very specifically Marine General Liability and ship repairer's legal liability are often not standard forms. These are forms that are written specifically by the insurance company offering the coverage, like pretty much all marine insurance as a whole. You need to talk to your trusted advisor to make sure that the coverages that you're looking for to protect your business, its cash flow, and its future assets are protected by the policy that you're purchasing or the policy that you have. If you don't have one, or you'd like a second opinion, look us up at www.dopazoinsurance.com. There you can chat with us, text with us, you can fill out one of our online forms and we can start working on a quote to try to help you as best as we can. If you like this video and you found the information useful, hit that like button and share it with somebody who you think might need it. It would also be a huge help if you chose to subscribe, and you'd get notified about future videos. We talk a lot about insurance, but we have a good time too.